Time is the one thing we can never get back. You can earn money, rebuild relationships, and restart careers, but you will never get back the minutes you wasted. And yet, we waste our own time, and worse, we waste other people's time without even realizing it. Let me tell you something. The way you treat time is the way life will treat you. Time is the one thing in this world that you can never get back. You can lose money and make it again. You can break relationships and mend them. You can lose jobs and find better ones. But once a second is gone, it's gone forever. And yet people throw time away like it's endless. They scroll mindlessly on their phones. They gossip about things that don't matter. They wait for the right time to start their dreams. But tell me this, when is the right time? If not now, then when? Imagine you're given a bank account that receives 86,400 rupees every morning. There's just one rule. You have to spend it all in a day, because at midnight, whatever is left disappears. You can't save it, you can't carry it forward, you either use it or you lose it. What would you do? You would spend every rupee wisely, right? You would invest it in things that matter. You wouldn't waste it on things that bring you nothing in return. Now let me tell you something shocking. You already have this kind of account. Every single day, life deposits 86,400 seconds into your hands. And at midnight, they are gone forever. The difference is, people don't see time as currency, so they waste it. They let it slip through their fingers, assuming there will always be more. Look around you. How many people say, I don't have time, and yet spend hours binge-watching shows they won't even remember next week? How many people say, I wish I had time to work out, but will scroll endlessly through social media, watching other people live their dreams instead of creating their own? It's not that they don't have time, it's that they don't value it. They don't respect it. And when you don't respect time, time won't respect you back. It will leave you behind. Think about a job interview. You walk in late and the hiring manager barely looks at you. Do you know why? Because before you even speak, you've already sent a message. I don't value my time, and I don't value yours. Successful people don't work with those who waste time. The same applies to life. The people who treat time as their most precious resource, who guard it, who invest it wisely, they are the ones who rise. Now imagine two friends. One of them is always running late, always making excuses, always wasting time, complaining about the same problems, but never doing anything to fix them. The other is sharp, on time, focused. One of them will stay stuck in the same place year after year. The other will keep moving forward, grabbing opportunities, making things happen. Who do you think will be more successful? Who do you think will be respected more? Time is an equalizer. It doesn't care if you're rich or poor, famous or unknown. Every person on this planet gets the same 24 hours. The difference is how you use them. The person who wakes up early, plans their day and invests their hours in learning, growing and creating value will always be ahead of the one who wastes time procrastinating, sleeping in, or waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. Think of the most powerful, successful people in the world. Leaders, entrepreneurs, visionaries. Do you think they waste time on meaningless conversations? Do you think they sit around complaining about life, waiting for things to change? No. They make every second count. They understand that time is a one-way road and there are no U-turns. A friend once told me, I'll start working on my dream when I have more time. I looked at her and said, you don't find time, you make time, because every day you delay is a day you never get back. She didn't understand it then. But years later, she looked back and realized, while she was waiting for the right moment, someone else was taking action. And that someone else is now living the life she always wanted. Think about it. How much time do you really spend on things that matter? How many hours do you waste checking notifications that don't add anything to your life? How many minutes slip away on gossip, negativity, or overthinking? What if you took back control? What if starting today, you treated time the way billionaires treat their money, investing it in things that give the highest return? Imagine where you would be in a year, in 5 years, if you respected time the way you expect others to respect yours. A famous quote says, show me how you spend your time and I'll show you your future. Because your time is a reflection of your priorities. If you invest in your growth, in learning, in meaningful experiences, your future will be bright. If you waste it on distractions, drama, and delays, don't be surprised when life gives you nothing but regret. The truth is, time doesn't slow down for anyone. It moves forward, whether you use it wisely or not. The only question is, will you let it slip away or will you take control? Punctuality is a silent language that speaks louder than words. Before you even open your mouth, it tells the world who you are. It says, I'm disciplined, I'm reliable, I'm someone you can trust. And trust me, in this world, trust is everything. The moment you walk into a meeting late, the moment you show up for an opportunity unprepared, you have already lost half the battle. Because people don't just listen to what you say, they watch what you do. And nothing speaks more about your character than your respect for time. Imagine this. 2 people apply for the same job. One arrives 10 minutes early, sits confidently, prepared and ready. The other rushes in 5 minutes late, flustered, out of breath, full of excuses. Before they even introduce themselves, the hiring manager has already made a decision. Why? Because punctuality is not just about time, it's about mindset. The one who respects time is the one who respects responsibility. And people who take responsibility are the ones who win. Think about a pilot. If a flight is scheduled for 7 a.m., do you think the pilot casually strolls in at 7:15? Do you think they get to make excuses about traffic, a late alarm, or unexpected delays? No. Because lives are at stake. And guess what? Every single day, your future is at stake. Every minute wasted, every deadline missed, every moment lost is a chance you can never get back. Now look at the people who are respected, admired, and successful. They don't walk in late, making others wait. They don't disrespect time, because they know that time is power. And here's the truth. When you make people wait for you, when you are late, when you keep pushing things off, you are sending a message that you don't value them. And when you don't value others, don't expect them to value you. Think about this. Have you ever been stood up by a friend who promised to meet you at 5 but showed up at 5:30? Acting like it was no big deal? How did you feel? Annoyed? Disrespected? You see, it's never just about being late. It's about what it says. My time is more important than yours. And that right there is where relationships begin to crack, where businesses start to fail, where reputations begin to crumble. There's a reason the military is obsessed with punctuality. A soldier doesn't get to say, I'll be there when I can. No, it's now or never. Because they know that in the battlefield of life, being late can cost you everything. And in your own life, it's no different. Every minute matters. Every second counts. And those who understand this are the ones who lead. Now, let's talk about the flip side. Have you ever met someone who is always on time, always prepared, always showing up when they say they will? You start to see them differently, don't you? You see them as reliable, as someone you can trust, as someone who gets things done. Because consistency builds reputation, and reputation builds success. Imagine 2 students in a classroom. One always submits assignments last minute, rushing through, making mistakes. The other is always early, double-checking their work, putting in effort. Who do you think the teacher respects more? Who do you think will be remembered when an opportunity comes up? It's simple. People notice. They always notice. And those who show up on time are the ones who get ahead. There is no magic formula for success. But if there was one, punctuality would be a major ingredient. It shows discipline. It shows commitment. It shows that you don't just make promises, you keep them. And that right there, that's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. In life, the doors of opportunity don't stay open forever. Sometimes they open for just a moment. And if you're late, if you hesitate, if you delay, you miss them. And the worst part, you don't even realize it until it's too late. So ask yourself, are you the person who is always running behind, always making excuses, always apologizing for being late? Or are you the person who is ahead, prepared, respected, and trusted? Because in the end, that decision will determine everything. Success is not an accident. It does not happen overnight, and it certainly does not happen to people who waste time. Look around you. Every truly successful person, every billionaire, every leader, every game changer has one thing in common. They value time like it's the most precious thing in the world. Because it is. They don't waste it on meaningless distractions. They don't wait for the right moment to take action. They don't make excuses. They move. They act. They respect their time, and because of that, success respects them. Imagine two athletes training for a championship. One wakes up early, follows a strict schedule, practices every single day without fail. The other keeps saying, I'll start tomorrow. I need motivation. I'll train when I feel ready. Months pass. The first athlete is getting stronger, faster, better. The second, still stuck in the same place. And when the competition day arrives, the outcome is already decided. Success never favors the one who wastes time. It rewards the one who values it. Look at the most powerful CEOs in the world. They don't waste time scrolling mindlessly through social media. They don't sit around waiting for things to happen. They wake up before the world does. They plan their day. They eliminate distractions. They make every second count. Because they know that time is the most expensive currency there is. You can get back lost money. You can rebuild broken relationships. But lost time, that's gone forever. Think about a student who wants to top the class. One student starts preparing early, making notes, solving extra problems. The other keeps delaying, thinking there's still time. And then the exam day arrives. Who do you think walks in with confidence? Who do you think achieves success? It's never about intelligence alone. It's about discipline. And discipline starts with valuing time. You know what's funny? People who waste time are always jealous of those who succeed. They look at someone living their dream and say, they're lucky. No, they're not lucky. They just use their time wisely while you were busy wasting yours. Success is not about luck. It's about habits. The habit of waking up early, the habit of using time productively, the habit of staying focused when everyone else is distracted. Have you ever noticed that truly successful people don't entertain meaningless conversations? They don't waste hours gossiping about others. They don't let negative people drain their energy. Why? Because they know their time is priceless. Every second wasted on negativity is a second stolen from their success. They protect their time like their life depends on it. And that's why they attract success effortlessly. Think about the richest person in the world. They have 24 hours in a day. So do you. The difference? How they use it. While one person is binge watching shows, another is reading, learning, improving. While one person is sleeping in, another is working on their dreams. Success is not about who you are. It's about what you do with your time. Imagine two entrepreneurs starting their businesses. One spends time studying the market, learning strategies, building strong connections. The other keeps procrastinating, making excuses, waiting for the perfect time to start. A year later, one is running a successful business while the other is still stuck, still waiting, still making excuses. The difference is never talent, it's time. And the way you treat it determines where you end up. Life is not waiting for you. Opportunities will not knock forever. Time is moving whether you respect it or not. And the ones who value it, who use it wisely, who protect it fiercely, those are the ones who attract success like a magnet. Being late is not just a mistake. It's a habit, a dangerous one. It's a silent declaration to the world that you are unreliable, that your word doesn't mean much, that you do not respect time, neither yours nor others. But here's the real truth. Just as being late is a habit, so is being early. And the difference between the two determines who succeeds and who fails. The ones who make it in life, they're the ones who build the habit of being early, of showing up before they're expected, or being prepared when others are still scrambling. Imagine two people going for an interview. One leaves home early, anticipating traffic, making sure they arrive 15 minutes ahead of schedule. They use that time to compose themselves, to prepare their thoughts, to walk in with confidence. The other, they underestimate the time needed, get stuck in traffic, rush in at the last moment, flustered and apologizing. Who do you think the interviewer will trust more? Who do you think will get the job? It's never just about talent or skills. It's about discipline, about showing up, about proving through action that you are someone who can be relied upon. Think of an athlete. If a runner arrives late to practice every day, they are not just losing minutes, they are losing their chance to improve, to perfect their craft, to outwork the competition. Meanwhile, the athlete who shows up early, they are getting those extra minutes, those extra hours, those extra chances to sharpen their edge. And on race day, when every second matters, those minutes add up. Because success is never one big decision. It's the small habits, repeated over and over, that make the difference. Being late is a slippery slope. First it's 5 minutes, then 10, then suddenly being late becomes your identity. People start expecting it from you. They stop depending on you. They start seeing you as someone who is always behind, always struggling to keep up. And the moment people stop taking you seriously, the moment they stop believing in your reliability, you lose power. Because power is not given to those who are inconsistent. Power is given to those who can be trusted to show up every time, without fail. But let's flip this. Imagine you become the person who is always early, the one who is always prepared, the one who respects time so much that others start respecting you because of it. Suddenly, you become someone people admire, someone they trust, someone they look up to. And trust me, in any profession, in any relationship, in any dream you chase, the ones who get ahead are always the ones who are trusted the most. Look at the world's top CEOs. Do you think they walk into meetings late, unprepared, making excuses? No, they show up ahead of time. They walk in with clarity, with focus, with authority. Because when you value time, you carry yourself differently. You move with purpose. You demand respect without even asking for it. And people recognize that. Have you ever noticed that students who arrive early to class usually do better? It's not about intelligence, it's about mindset. The ones who arrive early have time to settle, to prepare, to absorb what is being taught. The ones who are late, they are always in catch-up mode, always missing details, always feeling lost. The same applies in life. When you're early, you're ahead. When you're late, you're chasing. Think about this. Have you ever been to a wedding or an important event where someone showed up embarrassingly late? How did that make them look? It's never about just one moment. It's about what it signals. Every time you are late, you send a message that your time is more important than everyone else's. And nothing damages your reputation faster than that. The choice is always yours. You can be the person who is always rushing, always making excuses, always feeling like you are one step behind. Or you can be the person who is prepared, who is calm, who is in control of their life, because they control their time. And here's the most powerful truth. The way you handle time is the way you handle everything. It's never just about being on time. It's about who you become in the process. Time is the most valuable thing you own. More precious than money, more irreplaceable than material wealth. And once it's gone, you can never get it back. So why would you ever waste it on people who don't value it? Why would you allow someone to steal your most priceless asset, your time, without a second thought? The harsh truth is, not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Some people are nothing but distractions, roadblocks, time thieves disguised as friends, colleagues, or even loved ones. And if you entertain them, they will drain you, they will slow you down, they will rob you of opportunities before you even realize what's happening. Imagine you're building a business, pouring in your time, energy, and focus. But then every day, there's someone calling you just to gossip. Someone who constantly needs your attention for their problems but never does anything to fix them. Someone who wants to pull you into meaningless drama, and before you know it, hours are gone. Hours that could have been spent on your dreams, your growth, your success. And the worst part, these people will never respect your time. Because the ones who waste your time never understand its value. Look at the most successful people in the world. They do not entertain time wasters. They do not allow negativity to linger in their space. They do not give energy to people who do not respect their goals. If someone wants to be in their presence, they have to bring value, discipline, and purpose. They protect their time like a fortress, and that is exactly why they continue to rise. Think about a student who is determined to succeed. She sits down to study, focused and disciplined. But then a friend calls, let's go out for a while, just 1 hour. That 1 hour turns into 3. The momentum is lost, the concentration is broken, the study time is sacrificed. Now she's behind while her friend carries on unaffected, and this cycle continues unless she puts an end to it. Now ask yourself, how many people in your life are stealing your time? How many conversations do you entertain that add no value to your life? How many times do you find yourself being pulled into situations that do not serve your purpose? Every moment spent with the wrong people is a moment stolen from your future. Some people exist in this world only to drain others. They will come to you with their problems, their chaos, their distractions. They will make you feel guilty for focusing on yourself. They will make you feel obligated to entertain their nonsense, and if you allow it, they will use you. But here's the truth, you are not a dumping ground for other people's problems. You are not an entertainment center for those who have no ambition. You are not responsible for carrying the weight of people who refuse to carry their own. There is a reason why powerful people move in silence. There is a reason why successful individuals have small circles. They do not waste time convincing others to respect their time. They simply walk away. If someone does not value your time, if they constantly waste it, if they're not contributing to your growth, cut them off. Not out of anger, not out of hatred, but out of self-respect. Think about an artist, a writer, or an entrepreneur working on their craft. They need space. They need silence. They need time to create. But if they allow every distraction to invade their focus, they will never finish their masterpiece. They will never complete their vision. And the world will never see their greatness. Not because they weren't talented, but because they allowed time wasters to slow them down. There will always be people who want to pull you into meaningless conversations, unnecessary arguments, endless excuses. There will always be people who do not care about your time because they have no control over their own. But the moment you stop entertaining them, the moment you take back control, everything changes. Your focus sharpens, your energy elevates, your life begins to move forward at a speed you never imagined. Your time is sacred, protect it, your future depends on it. Success does not wait for anyone. It does not slow down for those who are unprepared, and it does not pause for those who make excuses. Success moves on a schedule, a fast, relentless schedule, and if you are not keeping up, you are being left behind. The ones who win in life are not the ones who hope, wish, or wait for the right time. They are the ones who recognize that the time is now. They are the ones who wake up before the world does, who show up before they are expected, who stay ahead because they refuse to fall behind. Look at the most successful people in any field. Athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. Every single one of them follows a schedule. They have routines, discipline, and structure. They do not wait for motivation. They do not wait for inspiration. They show up every single day, regardless of how they feel. A professional athlete does not wake up and wonder if they should train. A world-class musician does not ask themselves if they should practice. They do it because they understand the rule of success. If you do not put in the time, you do not get the reward. Imagine a student preparing for an exam. The one who studies a little every day, who sticks to a schedule, who prepares with discipline. When the exam comes, they are ready. They walk in with confidence because they have already done the work. Now look at the student who procrastinates, who believes they have plenty of time, who thinks they can cram everything at the last minute. When the exam arrives, they are overwhelmed, panicked, unprepared. Success favors the one who follows a schedule, who respects time, who understands that last-minute effort can never match consistent preparation. Business works the same way. If an entrepreneur wakes up whenever they feel like it, works only when they are in the mood, and lacks discipline, their business will fail. The marketplace moves too fast. The competition is always working. Someone out there is always training harder, practicing more, and pushing beyond their limits. The ones who succeed are the ones who set a schedule and stick to it. Success has never been about luck. It is about habits. Look at the best-selling authors, the greatest filmmakers, the most influential leaders. They do not wait for a perfect moment. They work on their craft every day. They set deadlines for themselves. They move with purpose. And because they stay consistent, they stay ahead. The world rewards those who are disciplined enough to move in sync with success's schedule. Think about someone who wants to be fit. They tell themselves they will start tomorrow, then next week, then next month, but tomorrow turns into never. Meanwhile, the person who starts today, who shows up to the gym at the same time every day, who follows a strict routine, they are the ones who see results. Because success is not about what you say you will do, it is about what you actually do repeatedly until it becomes part of who you are. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they have time. They assume opportunities will wait for them. They believe they can move at their own pace, that success will come when they are ready. But success does not wait, it moves. And if you are not moving with it, you are losing. Every missed opportunity, every wasted moment, every delayed action adds up. The people who make it to the top are not the ones who waited for perfect timing. They are the ones who created their own timing, who set their own schedules, who refuse to fall behind. There are people who wake up at 5 a.m., who start their day with a plan, who move with precision. And then there are people who wake up without a plan, who let the day control them, who drift aimlessly. Which one do you think success favors? Success is like a high-speed train. You either get on board and keep up, or you stand on the platform watching it pass you by. Life does not slow down for you to catch up. The world does not pause because you're not ready. The only way to win is to match your pace with the pace of success. To wake up earlier, to plan your day, to move with urgency. Because those who treat time casually will always struggle. And those who respect time will always lead. Every second you spend complaining is a second you will never get back. It is gone, wasted, evaporated into nothingness. And yet so many people live their lives trapped in this cycle, complaining about their job, their relationships, their past, their circumstances, without ever realizing that every moment they waste on complaints is a moment stolen from their future. Look around you. How many people do you know who spend hours talking about how unfair life is, how they wish things were different, how nothing ever goes their way? And now look at the people who are truly successful, the ones who are making moves, who are building something, who are constantly growing. Do you ever see them sitting around complaining? No, because they understand that complaining does not solve problems. Complaining does not move them forward. Complaining does not change anything except for one thing: it makes them weaker. Imagine an athlete who loses a race. They have two choices. They can sit there complaining about the weather, the track conditions, the competition, how unfair it all was. Or they can get up, analyze their mistakes, train harder, and come back stronger. The first choice leads to nothing but frustration. The second choice leads to victory. Life does not reward complainers. Life rewards problem solvers. Every time you catch yourself complaining, stop and ask yourself, what action am I taking to fix this? If you are not doing something to change your situation, then you are wasting your breath. Complaints will never build your dreams. Complaints will never make you money. Complaints will never make you powerful. Think about someone stuck in a terrible job. They complain about their boss, their co-workers, their workload. Every single day, they tell everyone around them how miserable they are. But does that change anything? No. Meanwhile, someone else in the same situation decides to take action. They start learning new skills, they network, they apply for better opportunities. While one person wastes time complaining, the other one moves forward. And within a year, the difference between them is massive. You need to ask yourself, are you going to be the person who sits and complains? Or are you going to be the person who takes control of their life? Complaining is the language of the powerless. Action is the language of the strong. If something is wrong, fix it. If you do not like where you are, change it. If you feel stuck, move. But do not sit there complaining, because every second you spend whining is a second you could have spent winning. Think about relationships. How many people waste their lives complaining about how someone treats them, how they are not valued, how they are unhappy. But instead of leaving, instead of setting boundaries, instead of demanding respect, they stay, they complain, but they do nothing. And the result? Nothing changes. They remain in the same cycle week after week, month after month, year after year. Successful people do not have time to complain. They are too busy creating solutions. They are too busy working, learning, growing. Every second of their life is spent building something. Whether it is a career, a skill, a dream, a future, they know that complaining is just noise, an empty habit that leads nowhere. Look at the greatest leaders, the most influential figures in history. Do you think they spend their time complaining? No. They faced hardships, obstacles, setbacks. But instead of whining, they adapted. Instead of feeling sorry for themselves, they fought back. And that is why they made history while others were busy making excuses. Every time you complain, you give away your power. You place the blame outside yourself. You act as if the world owes you something. But the truth is, the world owes you nothing. If you want something, go get it. If life knocks you down, get back up. But do not sit there complaining about how unfair it all is. Because while you do that, someone else is out there making things happen. You cannot afford to waste your time on complaints. The clock is ticking. The world is moving forward, with or without you. The only question is, are you going to use your time wisely, or are you going to waste it on words that change nothing? Your time is not just a clock ticking away. It is your brand, your reputation, your identity. How you spend your time tells the world who you are, what you value and what you stand for. Every decision you make about your time is shaping your future. Every moment wasted is a dent in your brand. Every moment invested wisely is a step towards greatness. Look at the people who command respect. They are not the ones who waste their time on distractions, gossip, or meaningless activities. They are the ones who guard their time like it is their most prized possession, because it is. They show up on time, they keep their commitments, they stay focused. And because of that, people trust them. People admire them. People take them seriously. Imagine you're working on a business, a passion, a dream. Now think about how you manage your time. Do you spend hours scrolling through social media, watching pointless videos, engaging in useless arguments? Or do you use that time to build something, to learn, to grow, to move forward? Because whether you realize it or not, every single second you spend is either strengthening your brand or weakening it. Think about the professionals who are known for their excellence. A doctor who values their time is seen as competent and trustworthy. A business leader who respects their time earns the respect of others. A creative genius who dedicates time to their craft builds a legacy. Now think about the people who are always late, always unprepared, always distracted. What kind of brand are they creating for themselves? A brand of carelessness, of unreliability, of mediocrity. Your time is a reflection of your standards. If you value your time, others will too. If you treat your time like it is precious, people will respect you. But if you give it away carelessly, if you allow people to waste it, if you do not protect it, then do not be surprised when others treat you as if your time is not valuable. Imagine someone trying to build a strong personal brand. They show up early, they are consistent, they deliver results. Over time, they become known for their discipline, their reliability, their excellence. Now imagine someone who constantly cancels plans, who procrastinates, who never follows through. Their brand becomes one of inconsistency, of unreliability, of wasted potential. Look at the most successful people in any industry. They do not waste time explaining why they are busy. They simply prioritize what matters. They understand that time spent wisely compounds into success. They make every second count. They use their time to create, to innovate, to push boundaries. That is why they stand out. That is why they win. Your time is the currency of your legacy. Every great leader, every influential figure, every game changer has one thing in common. They took control of their time. They did not let the world dictate their schedule. They did not let distractions steal their focus. They built a reputation, a name, a legacy, one disciplined second at a time. If you do not manage your time, someone else will. If you do not prioritize what matters, the world will fill your time with things that do not. If you do not respect your own schedule, people will walk all over it. And when that happens, do not blame the world, blame yourself. Because your time is your brand, and how you use it determines how the world sees you. There comes a moment in life when you realize that time is the one thing you can never get back, Money lost can be earned again. Opportunities missed can sometimes return. But time, once it is gone forever. And that is why the most powerful people in this world do not spend their time, they invest it. They do not chase distractions, they chase purpose. They do not entertain nonsense, they build legacies. You have to ask yourself, what is your time worth? Because the way you spend your minutes is the way you build your future. Every great empire, every billion-dollar business, every game-changing innovation started with someone who knew the value of their time. They did not waste it on excuses. They did not let it slip through their fingers. They held on to every second like it was their last because they knew the clock is ticking and the world waits for no one. If you want to be successful, stop saying you do not have time. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. The difference between winners and losers is not how much time they have, it is how they use it. Some people spend their time scrolling through social media, watching other people live their dreams, while others use that same time to build their own. Some people waste their nights complaining about life, while others use those nights to create a better one. The question is not whether you have time, the question is whether you have discipline. Your time is the currency of your destiny. If you keep spending it on people who drain you, on habits that destroy you, on distractions that weaken you, do not be surprised when you look back years from now and wonder where your life went. Time is either your greatest weapon or your greatest enemy. If you control it, you win. If you waste it, you lose. There are people out there right now using every second to create something powerful. While you are debating whether to start, someone else is already finishing. While you are thinking about your dreams, someone else is living theirs. And the only difference? They decided that time was too valuable to waste. They decided that their future was too important to delay. They decided that their life was too precious to spend it on anything that did not push them forward. The world does not respect people who waste time. The world respects people who move, who act, who show up with fire in their soul and hunger in their heart. The ones who do not just dream but execute. The ones who do not just talk but deliver. The ones who understand that every second counts because life is not a rehearsal. This is it. So stop waiting, stop hoping for the right time, stop making excuses. Your time is now. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who got lucky. They are the ones who took every second they had and turned it into something extraordinary. They are the ones who looked at the clock and said, I will not waste another moment. You are either building your dreams or you are helping someone else build theirs. You are either controlling your time or the world is controlling it for you. The choice is yours. But remember this, one day you will look back at your life and you will either be proud of how you spent your time or you will regret every second you lost. Make sure that when that day comes, you can say with certainty, I did not waste my time. I used it to become unstoppable.